Playoff football has once again returned to our nation's capital as you get a look inside Northwest Stadium here in Landover. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Washington Commanders. Of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Given 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
He'll drop to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Cowboy, street. Hey, pass. Dragon 60. Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Bronco lead. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. He has the hot hand. You keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Trap 60, trap 60. Check. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bob, 79 Broncos. 18, Pioneer. Ready?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 16-yard line.
Here we go. 19, Cougar 19, 60.
We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. To the right side goes Shipley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7th. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
60 Eagles, go!
Straight ahead, Shipley. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Okay, ready?
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Looking to put a drive together. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Ready? 3. Warriors, 70.
In motion goes the tight end. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Mustang 19. Ready?
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Okay, great. Shot 50. Shot. Here we go. Shot. Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready, ready?
Up the middle. Here's Stevenson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Stevenson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Shipley is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second and 10. Jackson will throw again. Now get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
29 yards.
and the Commanders are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the first half.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Panther 11. Ready? 18 shots, 70 range, 70 range.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He's going to air one out.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before missed the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Evan Ingram from 17 yards out. And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Aubrey good with the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Vikings 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll give it to Shipley. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard. line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Ready? 7 Pirates, 7 Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw here. Now they'll tuck this and run. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Mustang 19. Come on. Dragon 60. 19 Lions.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Let's go. 19.
It looks like they'll move things around here. A run on first down with Shipley. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Cougar 19.
On the handoff, it's Shipley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down.
Here's Stevenson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ramondre Stevenson punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tie at the half, tie after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Jackson. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. He'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now 2nd and 9. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Called out a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Shipley. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That'll be caught by Shipley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run. Here's Shipley. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
19, Mustang 19. Street.
2nd and 5. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
Come on. Hit. 60 Bison. 70 Rangers. 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They'll set up a throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now, 4th down, because you can could try the long field goal. You could go for it. Or you can punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Here's Bryan Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
180.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Another run for Gibbs here.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Gibbs straight ahead. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
This is 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Here's 1st down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
180.
On to Gibbs. Here's Gibbs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it. The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.